Marnus, are you sick of coming in here to talk to us yet?
Nah. Well, at least if you're in here talking to you guys, it means you're doing all right. So, yeah, nah, it's all right. Cool.
Marnus, you passed a very old record today for the most runs by an Australian in a 5-test summer. Neil Harvey held that, back in the Bradman era. What does that mean to you? I know these things take a while to reflect on, but if you look back at what you've achieved this summer, what does that mean to you?
Yeah, obviously that's very special. Going past a player of that caliber. But yeah, it's hard because you don't. We're midway through a game, a series. You haven't really had time to stop and reflect on the summer that I've had. But looking at it, it has been a very special summer. But I think the real privilege is playing in this team, and with just everyone, the camaraderie, the bowlers, the batters, just everyone. It's a really nice team to be a part of, and it's really enjoyable to play in. So I think that's what makes it even more special because you're not just playing for yourself, but you're playing for a team that is really enjoyable to be a part of.
On that note, Marnus, do the names like Neil Harvey and Wally Hammond all mean much to you? Like you said, you love to talk about cricket, but are you into cricket history? Are you a cricket nuffy, as they call it?
Yeah, look, I mean, obviously I know of those players, but yeah, I love talking cricket, but obviously that era is a little bit, a bit far back for not for my knowledge, but obviously, but yeah, obviously I know that they were phenomenal cricketers. Yeah, so.
No, but are you into cricket history? Do you read about it, watch a lot of stuff like that?
No. I do a little bit of history and learn the game. Probably not as far back as that. But yeah, there's definitely a little bit, especially sort of, late 1990s to early 2000s. That sort of era. Well, especially when I was a kid growing up. Yeah.
Marnus, I think Matthew Maynard might have said that during your time at Glamorgan, he gave you a little bit of a rocket if he thought you'd left a couple of double hundreds out there on occasions. Did that sort of stick with you and sort of drive you on, having made 185 in Brisbane?
Yeah, look, he has sent me a few messages when I threw away a couple of my opportunities to get a double. But yeah, he did say that to me a few times. I think one day he said there's only a couple of times. I think he said there's only 5 times in your life that you can make a triple and you just threw it away today. Well done. And I was like, yeah, that's a bit stiff, but yeah, look, he's been great. And like I said, even those small things, he said, but as a player, sometimes you don't realise that in the moment because when you're playing, you're batting, especially when you're on a higher score, you're playing with a bit more freedom instead of realising, the opportunity you do have as a batter for that circumstance.
Can you talk us through that last over? Were you a bit worried when Matt Wade went down there? Bowling.
Yeah, sorry, my bowling, yep. Yeah, look, there's never nice. I've been hit there plenty of times, so I know the feeling. And it's never nice when you're the bowler and drag one down first ball right in the slot. If that was a baseball, that was just right in the money. So, yeah, but luckily he's all right and everything's all good. But yeah, it's never good to be the bowler in that circumstance.
Marnus, a few chances to get a double ton, finally got it. Did you get nervous when you were approaching the 200 today? You sort of were in the 199 for a little while.
Yeah, I think you do get nervous. I said you probably don't get as nervous as you would if you're on 99. I don't know why, but that's just the feeling. But yeah, I think probably when you're in the 190s, for me, it's just about not doing something silly. I think I was about 190. Yeah, I was on 195. I played a charge. He dragged it down. Then I turned it into a slog sweep that just ended up going for 1. So, yeah, I think it's more about it's more about not doing something silly compared to 99. You're probably just waiting for the ball a bit more.
How tough was it out there today with the humidity and a bit of the smoke around, and it seemed like it was really muggy and more close than it often is in Australia?
Yeah, it was quite draining, out there yesterday and today. And the wicket sort of deteriorated a little bit quicker through that middle session. I just thought the wicket was changing almost over by over. You know, I felt like it was spinning more, it was bouncing more, some was shooting a bit lower. And then from the far end, it was sort of, a few were kicking up and a few were going under, which are great signs for us. But like I said, they came out and batted very well there at the end. And I think our bowlers, you know, we bowled really well as well. So, you know, credit to them. And, you know, for us tomorrow, it's just about coming out and sticking to our game plan, and, you know, the wickets will come.
Honestly, you obviously started the day on 130 odd not out. Are you someone who finds it tricky starting on a big score like that, or do you just put it aside and it's something that doesn't affect you? You just continue in the vein you were in?
Yeah, I think at times it has affected me, especially when I was a bit younger. It definitely did. I probably didn't go on and make big scores enough, but especially in the last few months, but over the last year, just being able to really come back, and doesn't matter what the situation of the game is, or it's just about making sure I get back to my process and back to each ball, and not getting too far ahead of yourself, because obviously when you're on 130 or on a bit of a few more runs, you tend to play a few more shots. So just getting back to what you did to get to 130.
Marnus, the review at the end, there's a couple of the commentators were convinced that there was a tiny spot on the bat, in hot spot. What did you guys think out there?
I thought it was out. I heard a noise. I was at mid wicket. Like, I mean, I can't definitely say it was out, but I heard a noise and the time sounded good, and the whole cordon kind of went up. So I thought it was out. It's hard for us to see out there with the because obviously it's not as high definition on the big screen. So it's hard for us to see if there was a little spot. But I think James Pattinson in the circle said there was a little spot. He spotted it. So not sure at all though. Like I said, you just gotta. Yeah, that's it. At the end of the day, you know, we heard a noise and we thought the time was good. Hence why we reviewed it. And unfortunately, yeah, it wasn't out.